Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. How are you guys doing on this fine Thursday morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world? It could be different. For me, it's in the morning. Oh yeah, and also for the question of the day, I was very, very, very surprised that Six Flags Fiesta Texas, or just Six Flags in general, is working with B&M again. That's so weird that it's been a decade, pretty much, since Six Flags has done that. So, also, if you guys like the stream, then you get a cookie, of course. I'm going to hand out cookies right now. And one more thing, the Discord is open for anyone who wants to come in and join, if you have MNL2 member role. But yeah, so if you guys did not see the first stream last week, oh, good, how are you? Okay, so I was gonna stream more last week or this week, but I was pretty busy, because if you guys didn't know, oh, that's a lot of cookies that I'm gonna have to give out. 2, 3, 4. If you guys didn't know, I am a write-up at Knott's Berry Farm now, so I am a little bit more busy, so because I'm spending every weekend over there, and Tuesdays as well. So yeah, that's why I haven't been able to stream. So oh, hi Indy, how are you doing? Oh, Andy's gone. Okay. Indy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi Indy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Hello Jay the Snake, how are you? He's muted. And GeForce Thrills, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Okie dokie. So, anyways, if you guys... That is epic. If you guys didn't see the last stream, I did this monstrous mess of a station. So I'm going to try to finish the station, or at least build more of it. I don't know how that's going to go, but yeah. Whoever disliked hates cookies. I agree.
How can you hate cookies? They're amazing.
I know.
Yeah, seriously.
Name one bad thing about cookies.
And you just can't.
Exactly.
The only thing that can ruin cookies for me is that one cursed image.
Which
of like
image?
the chocolate chip It has like a chocolate chip cookie, but the chocolate chips are replaced with these like bugs kind of creatures. I don't know what they are.
Disgusting.
Like the one thing that could ruin them.
Okay, 16 cookies so far. That's pretty good. That is we're like 5 minutes in. I already gave out 16 cookies. Okay, also one more thing in the last stream, let me start over. Since the last stream, I only did one different thing. I added slabs right here, but that's about it. Other than that, everything's just the exact same as how it was last week. Hello, that kid 245. I'm doing great. How are you? I did not need to open that. I totally did not accidentally just open Internet Explorer on my other monitor. Okay, that's gone now. Alright, so I found a few more reference pictures that's hopefully going to help me out with this station, but why is Maverick station so complicated? Like, I-305 station was one of the easiest ones to build. It was so basic, but this one's just difficult for some reason. I think that works. How's working been? Well, you see, I'm working in Camp Snoopy, so it's like, it's weird because, you know, I'm working with kids and not like with big actual coasters, but it's actually like, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's actually like really, you have to do a lot. Like, you're always busy. It's not easy. I'll just say that. It's not hard, but it's not easy at the same time. Does anyone else here have any plans on being a write-up at some point in their lives?
I'm thinking about being a write-up. I think it'd be like fun.
Sam, I want to be one at one point.
What's their home parks?
Lagoon.
Nuts.
Oh yeah, come work at Nuts with me. Yeah, I got certified on 8 of Camp Snoopy's attractions, and I will be there every weekend pretty much.
Yeah, you should go on Sunday, so hopefully we'd be able to see you.
Yeah, I don't know what my schedule is, because like it's changing, but I should be there pretty much all day on Saturdays and for the afternoons and evenings on Sundays. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I stay there like all day, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The place gets really crowded, so it is sometimes hard to get on coasters. Yeah, Ghost Rider's been having like 3-hour wait times recently. It's not even funny. The line goes out to the entrance. I don't understand who would want to wait that long for Ghost Rider. Even if you do think it's the best wooden roller coaster ever. I wouldn't wait 3 hours for Steel Vengeance, like.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
think Ghost Rider's good, but I don't know if I'd wait that long.
3 hours though, like. I think 1 hour wait times are like really long and obnoxious.
What does it usually get, like, before that?
Before COVID, it would generally never get longer than an hour and a half. Like the queue never left the second or the bottom floor of the queue, because like Ghost Rider has two, like the top floor is the station, and then the bottom floor is like the queue. It would usually never leave the building, but then nowadays it goes all the way out the building and it leaves and it goes all the way to the entrance. All right, see you later, Black Knights. Yeah, Apocalypse game rise up. Apocalypse is way better. I'm sorry.
Dang, I gotta rewrite Apocalypse because I didn't like it.
Honestly, you gotta ride it in the back and you have to have a lot of room. Other than that, it's like, it's okay. I mean, I won't say that Apocalypse is elite, but I would say it's better than Ghost Rider. Either way, Mystic Timbers and El Toro better than both.
Yeah. When I wrote Apocalypse, I think I sat closer to the back, but it was also running really slow.
Yeah, it's also... Wait, when's the last time you rode it? Was that... Oh, that was a subscriber. Thank you, Jenny Cassiano, for subscribing. Sorry, there was a big ding. I was gonna say, it got retracked in 2019. Did you ride before or after that?
I wrote it in late November 2019.
Okay. So, that must have been... Wait. I don't know if that was before or after. I don't even remember when it was. I know it was before West Coast Racers opened.
Yeah, West Coast Racers was an
Let's go! Mr. Doggo just donated $3.
Let's go.
Hey, am I allowed to say your name on stream? I need consent so that I can thank you with your name. Epic, we just got a $3 donation, boys. Nice. Memes. The meme stricker said he's writing Mystic Timbers tomorrow. Yeah, Mystic Timbers is my favorite GCI right now. It's such a good ride.
I've only done, well, if you count Ghost Rider as a GCI, but I don't really consider it one. But really, the only GCI I've done is Apocalypse.
Considering Ghost Rider
a
and GCI would be like considering Wildcat at like compounds a GCI.
I thought you were gonna say at Hershey Park. I'm like, but that one is a GCI.
Yeah.
I kind of want to give Wildcat another try. Like, I just did not like it at all when I rode it. The one at Hershey. I haven't ridden the one at Lake Compounds. I haven't even been to Lake Compounds.
Is Lightning Racer any good?
Yeah, Lightning Race is pretty good. I wouldn't say that it's like elite or anything. It's not like a fantastic Woody, but it's a good one. Like, I like it. I mean, it was a walk-on for me when I rode it, so it's not like I had to wait for it, but yeah.
I see. I hear insanely mixed opinions on it.
Really? I feel like no one even talks about it. It's like it doesn't exist. Honestly, half of Hershey Park doesn't exist.
All the talk
From
about
what it sounds like, people either like it or they hate it with a passion.
Oh. Yeah, I'd hear no opinions on like any of Hershey Park's attractions. The only roller coasters that people talk about are Storm Runner, Sky Rush, and Candemonium, really.
Fahrenheit and Great Bear also sometimes get brought up, but not as much.
Not really, yeah. It's like, I didn't even know that Laugh Track existed until I got there. I'm like, wait, this place has an indoor spinning coaster? I didn't even know that.
I wonder if it's as intense as Spider at Lagoon.
It was really fun. It didn't spin a lot, but like the props and scenery were really good, so like it was pretty fun.
Yeah, its theming looks really neat.
It looks like it gets really long lines though.
Oh, it definitely does. Also more cookies for the people who liked. Oh, thank you, Mr. Doggo, for giving me permission to say your name. Shout out to Ethan, the best ride-up at Six Flags Magic Mountain. He works Riddler's Revenge. If you ever go to Magic Mountain, make sure to stop by. And then if you see him there, then he'll give you a cookie. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm going there in 2 weeks, so I expect a cookie from you.
Hey, Ethan, come to Knott's and I'll backdoor you to Ghost Rider. Yeah, we have this, so I didn't actually know this, but like, we have this thing at Knott's where if your ride goes down while someone is like if you're in line for a ride and it goes down and then you complain to it, then we can backdoor you to a different ride, which means you just get like an exit pass to that ride. So
you can basically just walk on the other ride. Yeah,
I was gonna say, so if y'all come find me, I'll just break the ride down. I'm just kidding. And backdoor you. Oh, we got another cookie. Okay, epic. Okay, this Maverick station is driving me crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and try doing the airlock gates, and then I'll go from there. I did find...
Has anything been going on with hang time?
Oh, yeah, so there's been absolutely no progress on hang time. I assume they're just waiting for parts, because, like, they can't really do anything until they get parts. So, like, yeah, there hasn't been testing or anything. I have heard that there's been testing on Tatsu, because Tatsu had similar problems, but, like, I don't know about hang time.
Didn't the lift motor burn out?
Huh?
The lift motor burned out.
So they actually told me exactly what happened. I already have iron bars. So basically what happened was there was a maintenance guy working on it, probably inspecting or, you know, changing parts or something, and then he left a rag with chemicals on the motor, like he was probably just cleaning it or something. And he left the rag there, and then the rag got so hot because of the sun that it caught fire, and the fire spread to the actual motor, and so now the motor is damaged, and it's not operable. That's what they told me. And by they, I mean my my ride supervisors. Okay.
I see.
This will be like this. And then as for Tatsu, I have absolutely no idea. I have, like I said, I heard that there's testing going on, but I can't confirm that. I haven't even been to Magic Mountain in a few weeks anyways. All I know is that it's still closed. They accidentally said that it was open on the website and the app, and so a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, look, Tatsu's back open," but no, it's still closed, guys.
RIP. I didn't even know Tatsu was closed until you'd mentioned it.
Oh, Ethan said he can come on Tuesdays. Yes, I do work Tuesdays. For right now, I'm only working from like 2 to 6 on Tuesdays, but soon I'll be doing 12 to 6 on Tuesdays. But on weekends, I'm there the whole time. What ride do I operate? So I actually operate 8 different rides. And so every day I come to work, they assign me to a ride for that day or for the first few hours, and then I switch to different rides. So it's all the rides that are in the northern part of Camp Snoopy. It's the 8 most northern rides. Those are the ones I work. Okay, that would be that, and then... Okay, so this, I can extend this a lot, actually. You know, I actually haven't ever even seen a recreation of Maverick before, like anyone else's. I mean, I assume some people have done it, but, like, I've never seen one. So I don't know if people even try with the station, or if they just kind of make their own.
I did one a while ago, and I didn't do the real station. I did everything else, though.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to make this whole thing, like, perfectly accurate. I'm just going to kind of do the general shape, and then I'm not going to do all the details, because it's just going to be too much. The station's so complicated.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me...
How about our Coast Rider's restraints?
Ghost Rider or Coast Rider?
Coast Rider.
The Wild Mouse. I mean, I've only ridden it like once or twice, and I didn't really care because I was just riding it with my friends and we were screwing around. So I didn't really pay attention to the actual ride. But like, it's not, I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. A lot of people say that Coast Rider is like horrible. If you want to know what a horrible ride is, I absolutely hate Pony Express, but I know a lot of people like that ride.
I see. I rode the max spinner that was at Legoland, California, and I didn't like it because it was forceless.
Oh, it's not a spinner, it's just a regular one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was thinking of... Wait, did I say spinner?
Yeah, you said spinner.
Oh crap.
Yeah, it's just a standard wild mouse.
Yeah. And I was just thinking if the shin guards were as bad as people say, then I'm probably not gonna like Coast Rider at all.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. Like, it's just, I mean, I rode a lot of wild mouse coasters recently. Like, almost every park I went to had a wild mouse, except for, like, Cedar Point, Kings Island, and I think Six Flags. Oh, Six Flags Americas was closed, so I didn't get to ride that one. But yeah, I rode the one at Hershey, I rode the one at King's Dominion, I rode the one at Great Adventure, and I think there was one more. Oh, and, no, was that it? I don't know, but I've ridden a lot of wild mouse coasters. They're not that bad. They're actually kind of fun. I also did the one at CGA, and that one's pretty good too.
Yeah, I've only ridden like 3 wild mouses, but they've all been fun or just not that great.
Yeah, some of them are like way better than others. For example, oh right, the one at Dorney Park, that one was the one I was missing. Yeah, I rode that one too. But the one at King's Dominion was horrible. That one, like, it wasn't painful, it just didn't do anything. There were no laterals.
Yeah.
Apple's apple. At least it had a
Lagoon's
unique name.
wild mouse is... Yeah. Lagoon's wild mouse is pretty insane.
Doesn't Six Flags Great America have a Dark Knight clone? The wild mouse?
Yeah, they do.
I was gonna say, that one and the one at Great Adventure are probably the best wild mouse coasters. The one at Great Adventure is so good. I liked it so much.
I didn't get to ride Dark Knight when I went to Great America.
Rip.
Isn't the one at Great America an indoor one?
Yeah, the same thing with the one at Great Adventure. They're indoors and there's a lot of special effects and scenery and stuff. It's really cool. It's actually a good ride.
I see. I heard Exterminator at Kennywood also has that kind of feel.
Oh yeah, that's another park I didn't get to go to, Kennywood. And I think if I did go, I would have been able to ride Steel Curtain because it was actually open. If I ever bring a ride back from the dead, what would it be? Well, it depends, because does Deja Vu count as being dead? I mean, it's still technically there. It's at Six Flags New England. Actually,
if I were to do that, I would have done Dueling Dragons at Islands of Adventure.
I was gonna say Volcano the Blast. I really wanted to ride that.
Remember, Dueling Dragons is basically the coaster that got me into being an enthusiast, because I remember just seeing videos of it and thinking that I really wanted to ride it.
Yeah, for me, that was King Dakar.
But then it closed like 2 months later, and I got pissed off.
That's so unfortunate. And Hagrid's looks cool, but I would probably take Dueling Dragons over it.
Same.
I feel like Hagrid's is a better fit though, but Dueling Dragons looks like the better ride.
Yeah, for the Thusies, it's a better ride, but yeah, Hagrid's probably better for like everyone else.
Hagrid's is probably just a good experience for everyone, while Dueling Dragons mainly for the Thusies.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, hey, at least they got like one of the best coasters ever built this year.
Oh yeah, Velocicoaster, that makes up for it.
Yeah, 100%.
I was gonna say I would like to revive whatchamacallit, Volcano the Blast coaster.
Yeah, that one looks good.
Oh, and there was another one that I was gonna say. I forgot though. Oh right, Vortex at Kings Island.
Oh yeah, that looked like a good aero looper.
Yeah, as much as I love
or
Viper,
mega looper.
Vortex would have been really awesome. Okay. Isn't Goliath being removed? Yeah, I think so, because they actually removed the sign, and it's also gone from the website and app, and they also are saying that, like, oh yeah, Goliath's not reopening this season. Talking about the one in New England. So, I'm pretty sure Goliath, aka Deja Vu, is gone. It's dead. Which
I hope it's not. That would have made the best 1-2 punch.
double boomerang. The funny thing is, I actually mentioned that in my April Fool's video. Was that they're gonna be removing both of their boomerang, and they're actually gonna remove one of them.
It's crazy.
Okay, shut up, wood. Oh, you know what? I messed that up. Oh well.
I still don't understand what the heck was going in Six Flags' minds while thinking about putting 2 boomerangs right next to each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
It would be funnier if they put a 3rd boomerang in there. They should put an Invertigo in there.
They should just remove all of their rides just for boomerangs.
Yeah, let's put every possible type of boomerang. We're talking about family Vekoma boomerangs too.
Is the inverted boomerang still SBNO at Six Flags America, or is it gone?
No, Six Flags America's has been gone. That one's been gone for a long time. Are you talking about Two-Face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been gone. Is it grass block? Okay, there we
I
go.
was about to say, like, if it was still SBNO for some reason, they should just relocate it to New England.
Yes. But no, that's been gone. And there's Six Flags America has so much empty space. It's a pretty big park, but they have like not that many I don't know why that park never gets cool rides. Like I guess
Kind of like. Wait, what?
They have like a
was
bunch
gonna
of
say
space between. Wait, what?
I was just gonna say they just got the whatchamacallit, Harley Quinn Giant Discovery, but like other than that, they haven't been getting anything.
Yeah, they have a lot of space between Batwing and Superman.
I
They could
know.
have like a raptor there.
There's so much space. Like I was trying to film Batwing from Superman's queue, and it's just so far away. Like you could easily fit a whole ride there.
Their lineup is pretty solid too. Right now.
I mean, everyone hates Mind Eraser except for me, but like, I think it's fine. I really love Mind Eraser.
How is Roar?
I mean, it's not exceptional, but like, it's not bad. It's fun. It's just it doesn't really do that much.
I see.
Same
They
thing
should
with.
probably put Millennium Pliers on it.
I mean, I don't think that would really help it. It's just the layout, because I rode the one at Discovery Kingdom when that one had Millennium Flyers, and it wasn't really that much different. Like, it's literally the same ride. I kind of like the PTC trains on it, actually.
I see.
Yeah, the seats are still pretty comfortable. It's just the layout itself isn't really that interesting.
Yeah, they probably should convert it into an RMC like Joker. Maybe
Yeah.
give it a different focused layout. Like Joker's focused on inversions. Maybe give this one airtime or something.
I was gonna say, if they could just replicate Twisted Timbers, that would be, like, obviously not exactly, but like, if they could do the same type of layout as Twisted Timbers, that would be so perfect. Twisted Timbers is probably the best small RMC. Because it's really small in Twisted Timbers, but it's so aggressive. And Joker, it's like, it's not. It's way more graceful.
I haven't seen your list yet, but where does Twisted Timbers rank?
Right now it's at my number 12 overall.
Isn't Twisted Colossus like number 10 or something?
Yeah, I have Twisted The only reason is because Twisted Timbers' drop does nothing. Like, it looks cool because it's like a spiral, but it doesn't feel anything cool. There's no airtime, there's no lateral, like, whip or anything.
There's no hang time.
Yeah, no. It looks cool, but it doesn't ride that good, so that's the only reason I prefer Twisted Colossus over it. Because Twisted Colossus, you get 2 drops, and both are really good.
Yeah.
But everything after the drop, Twisted Timbers is way better.
I just think Twisted Colossus is overrated.
I can see that. I mean, if you look at the layout, it's actually really short. Like, the old Colossus layout was so long. And they cut out so much when they made Twisted Colossus.
Yeah, like, I was thinking if I was the only one who thought that, like, because Twisted Colossus felt kind of short to me.
It's really short. The only reason it's considered long is because the second lift hill's so slow.
Yeah.
It's also one of 2 RMCs to have a mid-course.
Honestly, I don't understand why they don't just stop it at that mid-course.
I was gonna, yeah, I mentioned that in one of my
make it so
videos.
it pulls every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do what they did with West Coast Racers. Add like a station, or not a station, but like a room right there where it could stop for a bit, and then like once the other train dispatches, then it goes. Because if West Coast Racers can do it, Twisted Colossus can too.
Why did they
Yeah,
have to build a whole new coaster when they could have just stopped it at the bottom of the lift hill?
I'm also going to release my Twisted Colossal Giant concept eventually, which is literally just Twisted Colossus, but like bigger.
with the layout of actual Colossus.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, wait, this is actually supposed to be... Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, I made Twisted Colossus as if it used Colossus's actual layout, like original Colossus. And I'm going to upload that at some point in the next few weeks. This, I'll do a little lower. It's basically just Steel Vengeance X Twisted Colossus, if you combine those two rides. Honestly, so many people complain about Steel Vengeance's mid-course, when in reality, it's really high up off the ground, and even if it did hit hard, you still fly through the rest of the layout. And it doesn't even hit hard either. Then you've got Maverick, which also is a mid-course that no one complains about.
Yeah, but everyone complains about Goliath's mid-course, and it's like, do you want to die?
I was gonna
do you
say.
want to kill yourself? It's like...
It's like, do people realize that if Goliath didn't stop or slow down on its mid-course at all, then it would probably be pulling close to like 7 Gs or something on that helix. It's got like a good 50 miles per hour going through, like up into that mid-course. Which also makes... I don't understand why they put the mid-course there. Like, they could have easily added way more stuff before it. Like a few more airtime hills. Or even did what they did with Titan, just add another helix. To kill some of the speed instead of just using the mid-course to do it. But oh well. Now you know why I don't like Goliath that much.
Or they could have just gotten a B&M.
Yeah, they still can. They could just remove Goliath. People only like it because it's tall and fast.
I have like a lot of GP friends, and they're like, Goliath's the best at Magic Mountain. I'm like, what? I don't get
Yeah, my
how someone
sister's
could
like
say
that too. She loves Goliath for no reason. Which is funny because we just rode a bunch of other coasters that are like not that much different than Goliath, or like, you know, they don't do that much more than Goliath, and she's like, this ride was kind of sucked. I'm like, so you think this ride sucks, but you still love Goliath? What is the reason?
Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I always bully it by saying I get more of an adrenaline rush driving to the park than riding Goliath.
Honestly, I mean, some of those drivers out there will make you more excited or more nervous than Goliath will. And that's the other thing too. A lot of people are only like it because it's scary. Put that in quotations. It's like, oh, it's so tall and scary and fast. That must mean it's a good ride.
When it pulls the forces, except outside of that helix, it actually pulls the forces of a family coaster.
I was gonna say, it's definitely a really forceful coaster, but I just don't like that much, like, positive G-force exerted. But I kid you not, Goliath makes me gray out more than Intimidator 305.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, I-305 doesn't make you gray out that much. It's only first of all, it's only on the first turn, and it doesn't last that long. Goliath's helix lasts way longer.
Well, didn't you say in your video that you like just uploaded that's only like, even on that first turn, it's kind of 50-50?
Yeah, because here's the thing, the ride has to be running fast for you to gray out. If it's like in the morning or if it's not that hot, you just won't gray out. Like, for me, I only grayed out on it when the ride was running like later in the day. And like on my morning rides, because I rode it in the morning both days and I didn't gray out. and then I rode it later in the day on both days, and I graded a bit. So it's like, it kind of just depends how fast the ride is running, which is kind of sad, because like, you know, if the ride needs that, if the ride depends on time of day, then I feel like it can't always be good. Like, Steel Vengeance in the morning is really good. Maverick in the morning, really good. Goliath in the morning will still make you gray out. I-305 in the morning, it's really weak. But that's just my opinion. I guess it also depends on like what you're eating and how your blood sugar is and stuff. Because some people are more like sensitive to graying out.
Yeah. Like, I rode Goliath 3 times, one in the afternoon and twice at night. When I went, and I didn't gray out at all. Like, I came close, but I didn't end up graying out. I still kept my vision, so...
Yeah, I've gotten non-gray out rides on Goliath before. Like, there's times where it's running really slowly. And, like, you can even tell, because when the mid-course doesn't hit, you know the ride's running slowly. Like, if you just fly through it. But, most of the time I'll gray out on Goliath. I even grayed out... Dude, Verbolten at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg makes you gray out. It's kind of crazy.
Is it that helix right
Yeah.
after...
I think, cause I don't know the layout very well because it's, you know, it's dark and indoors, but you launch into the airtime hill, you take a right turn, then it snaps you to the left, and that's when you go into the helix where you gray out.
And then I believe you, like, hit a mid-course or something, and there's, like, a drop into the
Dude,
drop.
I love the drop track. It's so good. Because it's like, if you don't know it's there, it comes at a huge surprise. Because, like, I knew that it had a drop track, I just didn't know when it was. And so that part caught me by surprise. It was really good.
I'm getting a drop track at my home park soon, so I'm really excited to see how that turns out.
Oh yeah,
Primordial.
Lagoon.
I don't know anything about that project, but I think it looks cool.
I don't think anyone knows anything about the project.
Yeah, doesn't it like get halted or something, or is it still like under construction?
There's been, like, no construction ever since the off-season.
Yeah, that's what because I remember it's like Coaster Studios visited and he was like, I was here last year and they didn't make any changes.
Yeah, because it was his home park for a while.
Yeah.
The only difference that I could see is they've added some support footers from what I've seen, but other than that, I've seen absolutely nothing.
I hope they're not pulling a SeaWorld. That would suck.
They're just delaying
yeah,
it.
that would suck.
I'm kind of, here's the thing, because I'm trying to go to Florida next year, and because right now I'm pretty confident that Iron Gwazi's gonna be open by then, but as of recently, it's just like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know if I can rely on SeaWorld even opening by next year. Because like a few months ago, like I'd say in spring, like March, April, May, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get to ride Pantheon this year, but nope, Pantheon's still not even open.
Didn't you think it was gonna be open when you went or something?
Yeah, I was really confident. Here's the funny thing, I was like, there's no way Jersey Devil's gonna be open by the time I go, but Pantheon definitely will be. And then
It was the opposite.
it was the exact opposite. I ended up getting to ride Jersey Devil, but not Pantheon.
On its opening day, right?
Yeah, on its opening, like the first public day. That was crazy timing, because I didn't plan that at all. I just happened to be going there on the member preview. And then here's the thing, so Jersey Devil was recently given like new wheels or something, and so people are saying it's going a lot faster than it was opening. So if they do that with Magic Mountains Raptor, I feel like it'll be a lot better.
Isn't Jersey Devil, wasn't Jersey Devil running like slower or something when you went?
Yeah, it was running so slow, it wasn't even fun. I mean, it was fun,
Did it
like,
even give airtime?
It wasn't as good.
yeah, but it had to, I rode it later in the day and it had some airtime and in the back seat, but like, you know, like I was saying, if you have to wait until later in the day to get a good ride, then it kind of sucks, but...
That's kind of surprising, because I expected it to be better than the Raptor model.
Same,
The
I was like...
clone one, but...
I was like, the longer trains, it's gonna make the back seat whip even harder, but no. The layout's got potential.
Stump Pilot, I think, looks like the best Raptor right now.
I mean, it got nerfed though, because Wonder Woman and Railblazer are the same thing, but like with the original banking and stuff.
That's true.
And I was gonna go to CGA again this year, but I'm thinking of just waiting because now I already wanted to go to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Andover, Texas, but like since they're getting the new dive coaster, I might just wait and then go there instead of going to CGA, because then I can ride Wonder Woman. Because I really love those Raptors, the original ones. They're really good. And hopefully Jersey Devil is running a lot faster, because if that one's doing better, then the Magic Mountain one will be just as good, if not better.
Yeah. I want to go to San Antonio at some point. If I went, I'd probably go up to SeaWorld, Fiesta Texas, and ZDTs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to go to the 2 Six Flags Texas parks, SeaWorld, and then maybe hit ZDTs, because those are all sort of in the same area. Yeah. Yeah.
Switchback is like an hour away from San Antonio, I believe.
Yeah, but it's not like Boardwalk Bullet, which is on the coast. That would be really fun.
Oh, Boardwalk Bullet looks really good at night.
Yeah, I just don't know, because like people overrate things a lot. But
I don't know what to think about Boardwalk Bullet.
that's me with most coasters. Like, I don't even know what to think about Velocicoaster right now. There's so many people saying that it's so overrated, and then there's people saying it's their number one above Steel Vengeance, or whatever their number one is. So it's like, I just don't even know what to think.
I expect it to be great, but I'm not... it could be best in North America, but I highly doubt it's going to be best in the world.
I honestly think that Pantheon would be better, because I'm definitely going to go back to Busch Gardens Williamsburg once Pantheon once Pantheon opens. And so, by then I would have already ridden Velocicoaster, so I'll get to make that comparison.
Yeah. I think Pantheon looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it looks better than Velocicoaster, because Velocicoaster just has the theming aspect.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about like the ride experience. But like, because with Pantheon, here's the thing: with Pantheon has like everything. It has airtime, it has positives, it's got hang time, and it has the multi launches. It's got like every aspect of a coaster.
That's true.
And it has like those fast-paced transitions like Maverick towards the end.
I guess it all just comes down to if the restraints are good, because that's the only thing I could really see.
I feel like I think the restraints are the same as the ones used on like I-305 and Maverick, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I see.
Because I don't actually mind the restraints that are used on Maverick. These are actually really good. Same with I-305, the restraints are pretty comfortable.
Skyrush's restraints should be replaced with the ones on Velocicoaster.
I didn't mind those either. I don't know, I just don't really... Yeah, I don't really mind restraints in general. Like, I don't think there's been a restraint that's been so bad to where I think it makes the ride horrible.
Well, I can tell you there's one that's kind of happened. Well, I mean, it's not just a restraint, but... Wicked's restraints in its second half are so bad that it brings it down a lot for me.
Fair enough. I know, because like with me, it's kind of cutting it close with the Premier lap bars, because those shin guards, because I'm tall, it makes it really hard to fit into them. So sometimes I'm just like really awkwardly stuffed into those rides.
I just don't like Premier trains in general, because you have to like squeeze your way in. They're so tight to get into.
And then somehow someone gets their foot stuck on full throttles.
It's like, I don't know how that happens.
I still don't know that either. Like,
and then they sued the park.
Yeah, it's like if you've looked at the restraints or even sat in them, like how do you even get your foot out of that?
I don't know.
At the time I went to Magic Mountain, I was only like 4'6" or 4'5" or something, so they didn't bother me, but I don't really know if they're gonna bug me now.
Yeah, it's the same, because Full Throttle opened in 2013, and so at that time I was only like 10, and I was, not as tall as I am now, so like, when I first rode it, I was like, yeah, this is super comfortable, but as time went on, it's like, yeah, it's starting to get more and more uncomfortable. Same thing with West Coast Racers. But at least the rides are smooth, like really smooth.
Yeah,
are the colors that bad?
They're not. I talked about it in my video, ranking Magic Mountain's coasters by smoothness, and I made a huge deal about West Coast Racers' comfort collars not being that bad.
I would say they're only uncomfortable on the high five element because it's like this lateral ejector, so it kind of hits your neck, but even then it's really not that bad.
For me, I'm skinny, so it's like, it just does, I don't even touch them at all. I guess if you have a larger body frame, then maybe, but like, for me, just no, not at all.
When I went to SeaWorld in 2015, I haven't been since, and I barely missed the announcement for Electric Eel. So that would have been a big chance I could have got to actually experience them.
Oh. Yeah, I was excited for Electric Eel, but I've ridden Tempesto now, and I feel like, I don't know if it's the 3 trains, or if the SeaWorld ones are programmed any differently, because like, Tempesto was just nowhere near as good as Superman Ultimate Flight. Because those are the 2 premier skyrockets I've ridden.
I don't know what to think about them. They all look the same to me, but I've heard Superman Ultimate Flight is the best one, so I'll just take your guys' word for it.
Yeah, out of the 2 that I've ridden, it's the best one. Hopefully I'll ride Electric Eel at some point. But
Well, I haven't ridden any Skyrocket 2s yet, but I'll probably be able to next year because I might go to Discovery Kingdom.
yeah, I'm
My
definitely...
guess is... Oh, sorry,
okay.
you go.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm definitely not going back to... Or I'm not gonna go to SeaWorld San Diego until Emperor opens, but...
Yeah. They don't really have anything.
My guess is for best Skyrocket 2 in the world, I'd probably guess it's either Skyscream at Holiday Park or Monster at that one park in Mexico. I forgot its name.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one probably because of the double loading station, and it also sends you around twice. I don't think any of the others do that.
Skyscream's cute though. It looks amazing.
Yeah, but looking at the actual ride, I feel like the Mexico one is probably the best one. Like, you think about it, you get to go twice. That's gotta be so cool.
It's kind of like what Gale Force is now.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that.
Didn't it also get retracked?
Probably, I don't know. That thing got retracked like 5 times.
But now it's still as rough as it was when it first opened.
Wait, where is Gale Force again? That's in Jersey, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's on the Jersey Shore. I don't remember, but I was gonna say, because I was just at Jersey, and like, there's not kind of no point for me to go all the way to the beach there just to ride one roller coaster and spend that money, so I didn't even bother.
Oh
yeah, it's in New Jersey.
Ocean City.
I don't know why I kind of thought it was in Texas for a second.
No, that's Boardwalk Bullet.
I think I was getting it mixed up with Iron Shark.
Oh.
Yeah, I confused them because they do just look similar. A blue coaster on a boardwalk.
Yeah. I actually haven't
With
really ridden
similar
any. I haven't gone to any boardwalk parks recently. Like, the last time I remember going to a boardwalk park was probably Santa Monica.
Yeah, I went to Belmont Park in San Diego like recently.
I was gonna go last year, but like they closed because of COVID like the day before I was gonna go.
You didn't miss out much.
I just want to ride Big or Giant Dipper.
It just, that ride literally, it basically just doesn't do anything, and then on every valley, it just beats you up. That's the whole ride.
Fair enough.
The only 2 boardwalk parks I've been to is Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk and Santa Monica Pier.
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk looks like a good boardwalk park.
Yeah, that's the one in like NorCal, right?
Yeah. And I haven't ridden either or any of the coasters on either of the boardwalks.
Rip. Okay, there we go. I did a wall. I've got a wall, and I've got a wall now on Maverick.
Do you use the World Edit mod?
No, I just use like the in-game /fill/clone.
I see.
I try to keep it as vanilla as possible. Besides,
Understandable.
This is my last recreation anyway, so it's not like I have any point on changing or making them better.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is where the control booth goes. Yeah,
Yesterday I started building Kamisawa, or whatever it's called, at that one zoo in Japan.
Wildfire? Oh no,
Megalite?
Japan.
No. It's an intimate megalite.
Yeah.
Its drop looks so weird. Like, the top is super drawn out, but then the bottom is insanely tight.
There's a lot of rides that are just really weird in Japan. And
Yeah.
China.
It's in Asia in general.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
My guess is Asia Nika is probably the best coaster ever built.
I feel like
Yeah,
people
it's really
overrate
good.
roller coasters that are in foreign countries because they're just because they're in foreign countries.
I mean, yeah, it's a rare credit, but that doesn't make it the best coaster ever built.
I mean,
like, I don't
it's-
think Hakuge looks like the best RMC.
It's literally just X2 though. Like, I don't see how it can be so much better than X2 to where it makes it the best roller coaster in the world.
I mean, I can see it being slightly better because of the layout, but
Yeah, and it's probably a little smoother, but like, I don't see how it can be like so much different or better.
yeah, I used to think that, but then just recently I was like, they're basically the same ride.
Yeah, same thing with Danaconda.
Maybe it's one of those rides you just have to ride it to really see.
Exactly, that's the thing, because
Yeah.
like most Americans, they don't actually ride it. They just kind of make guesses because they're probably never gonna go there.
Yeah.
Same thing with flying dinosaurs. People automatically assume it's the best flying coaster ever. Even though it's not as tall or as fast as Tatsu. But oh well. People can make their own guesses if they want to. I was gonna say, I was just looking
Yeah.
at POVs of Hakuge too. Like, the first half looks really good. The first half looks elite, but like, it really starts slowing down after that though.
I think Flying Dinosaur just has the more well-rounded layout than Tatsu. Because Tatsu's
Yeah.
first half to me was kind of boring.
It's definitely more on the graceful side. Like, as a whole, Tatsu's really graceful.
Yeah, it's just the
Pretzel.
helix after the pretzel loop and the pretzel loop.
Yeah, I was gonna say that turnaround after the pretzel loop and the Heartland roll, that's a pretty solid moment that people don't really talk about. I mean, I don't even really talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rode Tatsu in the morning, so it was running slower, and even then the pretzel loop is pretty forceful. So
Oh yeah, I actually
don't know how
ride
I'll be at night.
I ride Tatsu more in the morning than I do at night usually, because I just don't like waiting in long lines for it. Unless I get a skip line for it, then I ride it later in the day.
Yeah, it gets extremely, like when I went there, like closing off the queue and stuff for like the whole day because there's so many people.
It's surprising how rides like Tatsu and X2 are still super popular all these years later.
That's kind of like Millennium Force. It opened in like 2000.
Okay, that's
There's
Cedar
a lot of
Point.
people. Well, yeah, that's true.
And also Goliath 2 also opened in 2000. That's still really popular.
Yeah.
Someone just asked why Tatsu's closed. I believe, I mean, there's two rumors. One is that the electrical room caught fire, and the other was that there was a power outage which damaged some of the electrical equipment somehow. I don't know. I've heard that there's been testing, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But if there has been testing, then that means that it's really close to reopening, because that means they installed the parts. Someone else also said that they're waiting on like money from an insurance claim or something, so it's like, I just don't know. It could literally be anything at this point, I don't even know. Well, I
Hope it
do.
reopens when I go.
When are you going?
In like 2 weeks, I'm going on the 16th of
Oh.
August.
I don't really know if it will be, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I won't, but I keep hoping it will.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with hoping. I was hoping Pantheon would be open for me. But yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'd completely
I
gave
mean-
up on Jersey Devil, but then that actually ended up opening.
It just opened.
Yeah, the funny thing is, it was announced while I was at Great Adventure too. Like I was literally walking out of Great Adventure to go home or to go to the hotel or whatever, and then I saw the announcements on Instagram, and I'm like, wow, I'll be riding Jersey Devil in 2 days. Okay. Vekoma makes the
How
best
is the
flyers.
best element on any coaster? Ride of Steel straight track.
Oh yeah, that
Ride
looks
of Steel is
amazing.
so lame though. I don't know why. I mean, people praise it, and then there's people who are just like, yeah, no, it sucks. Like, I don't think it sucks, but at the same time, it just doesn't do anything.
The only good elements look like the turn after the drop and the airtime hills at the end.
I was gonna say the first turn doesn't really do anything, but then the big airtime hills are really good in the front, and then the first giant helix will make you gray out. But then there's just a big long straight track, and then there's some decent airtime, and then the other helix doesn't really do anything, and then the ending airtime hills aren't really that good.
I see. Like, it confuses me why Six Flags when, like, Darien Lake straight track makes sense, but why did they not just put in a different element or something on the America one?
They could have literally just
Yeah.
put a big camel back there. Like, they already had
Yeah.
one at the beginning of the ride. They could have just done another one.
Yeah, or they could have put, like, a strobe tunnel or something like that. Or just anything, and they went with straight track.
Chaos asks, what do you have to do to have Batwing instead of Superman Ultimate Flight? You have to stop thinking that I-305 is that great. That's what you have to do. And then you get, I'll give you Batwing. I own Six Flags, so I can do whatever I want.
Batwing looks good.
Batwing's so good. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing, with the B&M flyers, they don't exert forces down on you that much, like on your stomach. They exert them on your back while you're on the pretzel loop. But Batwing, it exerts so many forces on your stomach. It's so weird and uncomfortable in a good way.
Doesn't the vertical loop, like, feel like a pretzel loop or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
weird because it's like the vertical loop. It doesn't look anything like the pretzel loop, but it feels just like it, just not as strong.
I'm pretty sure there's a B&M flyer with a vertical loop. I think it's called like Starry Skyripper. It's in
Yeah,
China.
sorry, Skyripper.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
I'm
sure
gonna have to
that's
find
what
that.
it
I want to ride that.
China just looks like it has some insane coasters.
Yeah, but what are the
China,
chances that you? What are the chances you go to China and you survive
Yeah.
though?
China, the country where you cannot survive, but there's a ton of amazing coasters that no one talks about.
Yeah, the regulations are super like loose. They can kind of do whatever. Every amusement park there is just kind of a free for all. It's like, do we want to be safe? Nah.
Action Park it.
Exactly. I feel like I'm not doing this right. No, that's right. Okay.
Imagine if Action Park got a coaster.
They should.
Yeah,
They should get a shuttle loop so that it looks really unsafe.
Yeah, and then they actually make it unsafe.
They make it get as close to the edge of the track as physically possible. That would be hilarious. Just to mess with people. Sunday the Ride has been getting really close to the like emergency brakes.
Is the emergency brakes in like the upper half of the red segment?
Yeah,
or
you
something?
can see them. They're just like permanent. I don't know if they're friction or magnetic, but they're just permanent brakes that are just there.
So the train doesn't, by some weird chance, get launched off the thing.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure the magnets aren't even like charged with enough power or energy to even do that, but like they're just there just because. There's some coasters out there that are shuttle that just don't even have brakes at the top because, you know, physics. Like, for example, Switchback. It's physically impossible for that to go faster because of the, because it's not like it's a launch, it's a drop. So it can't go off that spike. So they just didn't even put brakes on it.
Does Montezuma's Revenge have brakes on it?
It doesn't, but it does have like a cap. Like the track, it doesn't just end. It like curls up a bit, and there's like a stopper thing at the top. I don't know what you would call it. Like, it's not like
I
it's a
see,
brake.
so So, like, if it were to hit it, it would just go back down.
Yeah, it would probably just like damage the train a little bit, but
it's never gonna actually reach though.
yeah, I mean that thing's like really old, and I don't think it's ever malfunctioned so badly to where it overshot. It might have undershot before, I don't know, because like I feel like if it launches too slowly, it can get stuck, because like if it makes the vertical loop going forwards, it might not make it going backwards if it goes too slowly. I'm not sure if that's ever happened, but like I feel like that's more possible.
It goes really slow. Well, not really slow, but it does go a little slow through that vertical loop backwards. So.
Honestly, all the Schwarzkopfs I've ridden have been really weak. I'm kind of questioning, because like so many people are like, oh yeah, Schwarzkopf is like one of the most intense roller coasters. Because like of Mind Eraser, the Shockwaves, Mindbender. Not Mind
Which
Eraser,
ones
Mindbender.
have you ridden?
I've done Revolution, Montezuma's, whatchamacallit, Super Duper Looper, and I feel like there's one more, but I'm not sure. I think those are the only ones I've done.
I think those are said to be the weakest of them.
Which one?
Yeah, that's that.
What'd you say?
Is mic break or something?
Oh.
Oh,
Indeed.
I heard a little tap.
Both of the Schwarzkopfs I've ridden have been pretty good. One isn't that forceful, but the other is really good.
Which one?
Both that look good.
Which one was the really
Both
good
that
one?
look
Oh
good.
yeah, the Lagoon ones.
Colossus is the really good one. I used to think Jetstar 2 was more intense than Colossus, but then I rode it this year and it was running really slow.
Ghost Rider moment.
Does it usually run like that or something?
No, Ghost Rider just sometimes it'll randomly. Okay, for me, most of the time it's like mediocre. It's like fun, but then every now and then it'll just randomly give a really good ride. But then I get a really good ride on it, and then suddenly it's just like the next ride I get is like, okay, that was kind of trash.
Not even worth waiting 20 minutes for.
Yeah, no, that's the most I would wait for Ghost Rider, honestly. Like,
You done a back row night ride?
yeah, I mean, dude, I've been riding Ghost Rider for almost 13 or 14 years. So I've gotten pretty much every combination of rides on it, like every row, every time of day. I've ridden the old. It was actually better as a CCI. I liked it way more.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah, it was more aggressive because it was rougher. Now it's too smooth and graceful, and they also changed some of the banking, so it's not as like awkward, I guess. Like some of it's more like it's more natural, and it makes it less interesting in my opinion.
It makes it seem almost as if you're riding a GCI more than a CCI.
Yeah, because like the first turn used to be like very little banked, and you would snap really hard to the right, because like the first drop goes straight into a turn, and it literally just gives you. It used to give you so many laterals, and then the roughness would just make it more intense because it makes you feel like you're just gonna. It makes the head choppers better, because it's like the whole ride makes you feel like you're gonna die. And that's what makes it more, like, exciting to me. But now it's too smooth and graceful, it feels like a family ride.
That's what I like about Apocalypse more than Ghost Rider, is that it feels more chaotic, because it's... I mean, I like Ghost Rider more, but Apocalypse is pretty dang close, because it feels so chaotic, number one, because the layout, but also because it has that, like, roughness.
It's also why I like El Toro so much. Like, everyone calls El Toro really smooth, because it's an Intamin prefab. It is not smooth, it is very rough. But that's okay, because it's really good. Okay. I really,
Like
really
I
loved El Toro.
said earlier, I don't like Apocalypse that much, but at that time I also wasn't really able to tolerate roughness that much, and that's probably a reason why I hated Scream.
My child Scream. I talk a lot about Scream. Scream's not even in my top 50, but I still love it.
Scream's a good ride. I love it. It doesn't even have a rattle, at least when I rode it.
It really doesn't. It's a really good ride. I don't know why people... I don't understand why people hate on Scream, but then, or people hate on Scream, but then they don't really say anything about every other floorless.
I honestly enjoyed, when I went, I honestly enjoyed Scream more than Twisted Colossus.
That's a hot take.
I remember I expected Scream to be glossy smooth because it was a B&M, and then I wrote it, and I expected the opposite for Viper, and the exact opposite came with him. I thought Scream had a really bad rattle, and Viper was glossy smooth.
For me, I would definitely say that Scream is way smoother than Viper, but Viper's a lot more forceful.
I haven't ridden Viper yet, because the last time I went, it literally had like 2-hour line. It's like, I'm not waiting for that.
Viper?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went on like, it was Memorial Day though, so it was really crowded.
I was gonna say,
Viper was a 5-minute wait the entire time I was there.
yeah, most of the time, like since before COVID, Viper was always a walk-on no matter what. Like, unless the park was at capacity. But other than that, Viper would always be a walk-on. But once the park reopened, rides like Ninja, Revolution, Viper, Gold Rusher even, basically all the rides that would never get a long line, those just randomly started getting lines. Revolution always has a long line now. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I went there, like, it was only like, probably like an hour after park opening, and the line was like spilling out of the entrance.
I don't understand, because like even when the ride was like, not new, but like when it was New Revolution, because obviously when it had VR it was really popular, but then they got rid of the VR and the line just completely disappeared. Even though the ride was still a lot better because the over-the-shoulder restraints were gone and it was just more comfortable.
I didn't get to ride it because it was like a 70 or 80-minute wait the entire time I was there.
Yeah, it's so weird, like it's just randomly popular now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna run straight to Revolution when I go there in September because of that.
What I'm gonna do.
I mean, I haven't even ridden it since 2019. Like, it's not like I'm missing out on much. I've ridden, oh my god, I cannot type. It's not like, I mean, I've ridden it plenty of times. I've ridden it as Old Revolution a lot. I've ridden it as New Revolution a lot. I've ridden it with VR, so it's like, I don't really care about riding it that much, but I'm just not gonna wait in longer than like 10 minutes for that ride.
Is Superman still down a lot? Because I remember when I went, I heard stuff about it being down constantly.
Which park?
Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain doesn't have a Superman.
Oh yeah, Sunday the ride, I mean.
There you go. It's a wild card. Sometimes it'll be running all day, like, cause you'll hear it, and then other times it's funny. Every time I'm like, I really want to ride Sunday the ride today, it's always down. But then every time I'm like, I don't really care about riding it, or if it has a really long line, it just won't be down.
That's kind of the same story for Accelerator. Sometimes it's up all day, and then sometimes it's just
Yeah,
down.
Intamins are wild cards. They're not very reliable.
I didn't get to ride Superman at all when I went, because it was down the entire day. I almost missed out on X2 as well.
Yeah, X2
Oh, that
is,
would have stuck.
X2's also kind of weird, because sometimes it's just perfectly fine all day, but then other times they just can't get it to stay up for more than a few hours.
I just remember, like, X2 was down for nearly the entire day, and then me and my father, we just went and got food from somewhere out of the park, and then we drove back up to the park and saw it testing, so we just waited like an hour for it to test,
That isn't.
and we got on it. 10 out of 10.
X2 is like one of the few rides I'll wait in a long line for at Magic Mountain. I won't even wait Twisted Colossus for very long because it's actually really unreliable. Twisted Colossus goes down all the time.
It does?
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
it's
really?
so unreliable. Honestly, most RMCs are. Like Joker, it was down more than it was up when I was at Discovery Kingdom. Steel Vengeance even went down a few times when I was at Cedar Point. Jersey Devil did not want to work at all. Like, Jersey Devil is the worst reliability I've ever seen. Even Railblazer went down when I was at CGA. The only ride the only RMC that I haven't personally seen go down is Twisted Timbers. I think that was just luck because then someone I was following went a few weeks later, and then they were getting in line for Twisted Timbers, and then it went down for the rest of the day on them. So, like, yeah, RMCs aren't that reliable either.
Okay, because like Twisted Colossus was up the entire day when I was there.
Yeah, it's been up every time.
And it
before.
seemed like everything else was the what the frick? Okay. Opposite.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything else is
rides are gonna
opposite.
have those days. Like, you know how everyone says Dragster is one of the most unreliable rides?
Yeah.
Dragster didn't go down a single time for me, so it's just kind of
Oh
luck,
yeah, I
you know.
remember you saying that. And
Yeah.
It was, what?
I didn't see Dragster go down once. It was always launching. The queue was always open. I waited in it like a few times in long lines, and I got to ride it every time. Same with King Dakar. The only time King Dakar went down was because of the rain, but that's not because of the ride. That was just weather. So it's just
Feel
kind
like-
of luck.
Like
Wait,
the
do
only
you-
ride, like when I was at Magic Mountain, Apocalypse went down for half the day. X2 was down half the day. Full Throttle and Tatsu were down for like the first 30 minutes of the day.
Yeah, for Apocalypse generally doesn't go down, but it usually has trouble opening. Like, they always take forever testing it for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it's
That
never
was-
open with the park.
I gotta ride it at night because when I rode it, it was like right after it opened and it was running really slow.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty slow in the morning, but if you ride it at night in the rain, it's so much fun. Because on West Coast Racers preview day, I rode West Coast Racers a bunch, and then, because I was there till night and it started raining, and West Coast Racers was still running in the rain, and then we also did Apocalypse right after, and it was really good. Back row, night ride, rain, one click.
I rode Apocalypse in the morning and it was still hauling somehow.
I rode it in the afternoon right after it opened and yeah, it was slow.
Yeah. That's just Apocalypse.
That's better in the back, because I've only done the back.
Yeah, it's way better in the back. I used to like it more in the front, but after I started riding in the back, it's way better. But, anyways, I have been doing this for like an hour, so this is the progress on this station. I've pretty much got the shell done. I mean, the roof is going to be difficult because it's kind of weird. But other than that, I've got like the main whole of the station done. So yeah, that's going to do it for this stream on Maverick because I am tired and I've been placing a bunch of blocks. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm not sure when the next stream will be because I have work tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. But hopefully it'll be next week sometime. So like I said, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye.